What is going on, guys? It is Ahmed, and I am back today with yet another video for you all. And today, of course, we're going to talk about Zomedica, ticker symbol ZOM. As you guys can see, currently at $1.46. I gave you guys an update before market closed on Thursday it was. But as you can see here, we had pretty poor price action yet for another day. So if we look at the 5-day even, just from the beginning of the week, which was last Friday, to now, we could see that, overall Zomedica is down about 20%, 20.65% on the 5-day chart. But does that worry me? Absolutely not. I see it at $1.46, and for me, if the market was open on Friday, yesterday, I would have actually bought more shares. But remember, guys, my channel is not for financial advice, nor am I a financial advisor, but I'm just trying to put you guys on the plays that I'm in. So at $1.46 a share, I truly think that Zomedica might be a steal. Now, today I want to touch on the technical analysis. So I'll talk about the support lines that we're approaching versus some of the resistance that we're seeing with Zomedica. But in addition, I want to look at institutional ownership. So a lot of the time when we want to, continue to hold a stock long term, or start worrying about, is this truly, what people have been saying in the comments? Is it, Zomedica is a dead cat? You're beating a dead horse. But in my opinion, it really isn't. Look at what the institutions are doing. Look at the end of this is a week ago. Schwab Total Market Index Fund, they added more shares. They currently have 201,000 shares of Zomedica, right? It is a multi-billion-dollar index fund. Yes, that is 100% true. But look at Vanguard. They have 11 million shares of Zomedica. Not 1 million, 11 million shares. So to give you conviction, in the stock, look at what these big institutions are doing. Multi-billion-dollar hedge funds, multi-billion-dollar institutions are only loading up more, reporting that they have more shares as the stock continues to pull back. Because again, nothing fundamentally has changed with the company, right? The Trueforma launched. That's old news. Now we want to know that are they gonna, do well with selling a lot of units over the next quarter, right? These are the kind of questions we want answers to, but we're not going to get them necessarily. I know I've sent out emails. I know some of you have as well. I've seen the comments in the Discord, in the Patreon. But regardless, right now at the current price, I truly think it's time for us to pounce. Even an article that came out yesterday. So if we just look at Zomedica, if we pull up Zomedica stock here, if I can type, you could see if we scroll down, look what it said here. Pounce on this pullback in the Zomedica share price, right? So investor place. I know this is one of the ones, I don't mean to bring Sain up yet again, but this is one of the things that he says he likes to read is investor place, right? This is one of his mainstays for information regarding the stock market. And I do like their articles as well. Sometimes, again, there's a lot of bias, it seems, although most of the time the people who are writing their opinions it is just an opinion section, not really, an analysis, although they do analyze some things. But regardless, they go through all the things we've talked about over and over, the vast market opportunity in Zomedica. Yes, it is true, a major milestone. The Trueforma was launched. But the bottom line, it's all about baby steps. First one, veterinarian sales of Trueforma, and later, hopefully, many more sales. Given the vast size of the pet diagnostic market, it's not difficult to envision Zomedica achieving many more milestones in 2021. And guys, Q1 just ended. Q2 started just, a few days ago. We're on April 3rd. So this one, between now, this quarter, and June, I'm expecting big things for the company. And that's why I truly, I have not sold a single share. I am holding strong, and that is for that reason, because I truly think they're going to do well. On the date of the publication, as you guys could see, the person who wrote this, he did not have any positions in the securities mentioned in the article. So again, just to give you guys that piece of information. For me, of course, you all know that I hold Zomedica. It's part of the 1K to 10K penny stock challenge. It's part of my main portfolio. I'm very transparent with that, especially if you're on the Patreon, you know that for sure. But regardless, if you look at the technicals with Zomedica, support line at $1.30. So the closer we approach that, but we know at around $1.45, as you guys can see, we've hit, look at this, at each pullback. We pulled back to almost $1.43, $1.44, and then it bounced right off of that. A second time, $1.43, bounced right off of that. A third time. So, again, all a technical analysis chart tells you, don't try to, get lost in these, different TAs or technical analysis. Rather, just look at the trends. What happens in the past typically repeats itself. So we're approaching $1.43. So simply put, if you're someone that just understands logic, you know that maybe it is a good entry point for me to get in, where the stock tends to usually fall to and bounce off of that. We've seen 10 to 20% returns immediately after such pullbacks. So right now at $1.50, sensibly speaking, again, as long as the company doesn't come out and say, oh, I guess the true pharma is not something we're gonna, move forward with, that kind of, unexpected news can potentially make it, drop even further from its support lines, and therefore, potentially go back to being a penny stock. But right now, it's left that, at a $1.4 billion valuation, it's pretty much out of the penny stock range. Yes, it's priced at $1.46, still considered one. But in my opinion, again, with its market valuation and market cap, this one is slowly but surely leaving that group of, healthcare penny stocks. So again, keep this one on your radar for the long term, not just the short term. And if you're someone that's looking to swing trade it, this is probably a good opportunity. It's approaching that mark that we know in the technicals where it drops and bounces off of, and we saw it even on Thursday. We saw it pull back 8%, and it bounced right off of 146, 145, where it's continued to pull back to up to $1.50 in the aftermarket. So my anticipation is, on Monday when the market opens, it's probably going to have, a continued run up. It might pull back to $1.45, which would be a better entry point. So you could do things like setting a buy order limit, right? So I've showed you guys how to do that before, but all you need to do is you set your buy order limit for whatever price you're comfortable entering into the stock. If it's $1.40, in my opinion, $1.45 is even better, because again, that's where we've seen it bounce off of. So what I'm probably looking to do on Monday is, because we're right around those price marks, I'm going to probably put a limit buy order at $1.45 a share, maybe for whatever you're able to do, depending on your risk tolerance. Because always remember, this is a small cap stock. It is more volatile than, buying into the big dogs like Tesla, Apple, Microsoft, etc., Facebook. Those are the stocks that you're going to see 1 to 2% fluctuations day to day, but typically they just continue to rise. Things like this that are, again, under that micro cap valuation, they tend to have more of a sell-off when the overall market pulls back. So simply put, I think that Zomedica right now is potentially at a good price point to start considering entering back in if you're someone that sold your position from a trailing stop loss when it ran up to about $3 a share. And if you've been riding with me, you know that I've mentioned before in my previous video that my shares initially did sell off after that run up to $3, and now I've entered back in and slowly looking to average down. So my cost basis is around $1.82, $1.81 a share. So again, right now, if I buy more, I'd be averaging down, and that's one of the best strategies to do in the stock market. When a stock that you really like, a company that you have true conviction in, and you think that they're going to do well, averaging down is the safest thing to do instead of selling out for a loss. So that's all it is. Thank you so much for tuning in again, everybody. I didn't mention, but if you do want 2 free stocks when you deposit $100, just sign up for Webull. You get 1 free stock for just opening up an account between $2 and $2.50 and $250, and then a second one valued between $8 and $1,600 when you deposit $100 at the beginning. So feel free to get that. Hit the link below right at the top of the description. And until next time, everybody, keep investing.